We're
Two,
gonna sing that
one,
song and
go.
open. Let the voice of love
Oh,
take
live.
you.
Live.
I don't care.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. You know who it is. The Otaku A-Team.
Oh, the video started.
Wow, it caught me doing the open.
Oh, damn!
Here we go. What's up, people?
Wow, automatically went to 144p.
Wow.
You know that's great.
That's
Not for
great
me.
quality, dude.
The best quality in existence.
Not
it
for
didn't
me.
it didn't go to that
Why
either
not?
for me.
I know that because it was just me, Jesus.
Wow.
Damn.
All right, Travis, go ahead. Break it down for us.
Break
You know what, Mars? How about you shut up?
What are you talking about? I'm not even making noises. That was Blade.
Break it down.
Break down, break down.
What's going
Yes,
on,
what's
everybody? Welcome back to an Otaku A-Team podcast. This is number 35, and today we're going to be talking about the winter anime of 2017 first impressions. We're here with the regular Clue, of course.
For once.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
what
here.
up?
We're all here.
What's up, guys?
It's a miracle.
I'm sorry
What
I
was
missed
the
the
last
last
time
one, but I was at a football game, and yeah, I didn't get home in time. So yeah. Right. So, should we just get straight into this with the first one? And I'm just gonna
We're
Yeah,
using Mal, by
dude.
the way. Yeah, we're using Mal, by the way, to tell
Oh,
us.
yeah,
yeah,
we're
we
using
should-
Mao. Yeah.
We
We
Mao.
should probably link it. Here, I'll link it.
I'll do it. I'll
Yeah,
do it.
you go ahead and do that,
I'll do
memory.
it,
Well
relax.
done.
Oh,
Right,
wait.
you already
fine.
linked it, mate.
Wow, taking.
What was that?
There was a
Message
backslash in it. There was a backslash in it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Good job.
So I'm just gonna like name them all, and then like whoever's seen it is just gonna talk
No,
about it
that's-
and whatnot.
What's up,
We'll
everyone? in the chat?
we'll skip some irrelevant shows that no one really gives a crap about. So hopefully you're not watching those because
Damn.
yeah. No, I'm joking. All right, so the first one I'm not watching because I'm not caught up. First
I am
one's
watching it.
Konosuba. So
Was Konosuba greatness?
Yeah.
He's back.
Oh,
go ahead and
yeah.
talk about it.
Oh
Same
my
old,
God.
same old.
Yeah, old
Greatness.
stuff, but it's always great.
Dude, I am
Dude.
so happy they brought back the steel.
Yeah.
Oh, the weird and the hands when he was doing that thing with the hands and fingers. Oh, my God.
Fondling the. Yeah.
Dude, that was like the worst timing for that chick.
Mhm.
Like, she
She goes,
walks
"Hey, what's
in.
going on?" Oh,
She
what's
walks
that
in.
out again?
It's like you walk inside your like a fucking bar and you just get your panties stolen. Like, imagine.
Dude, that shit happens in real life, man. You know.
Oh yeah,
Dude, it's Konosuba. It was amazing.
that's literally what happened. She walked in and her panties were gone.
Yeah, that was last week's episode, which was great.
What about last week's episode that made
That's-
Aqua actually useful?
Oh yeah,
That was the same episode, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it was the same episode. But that's why I said
No,
last
no.
week's episode.
He did. I don't know. I still love the very first episode where like they're trying to bust him out of jail, and every
Yeah,
time
that
he's
was
like,
really-
"Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Good night."
And yeah,
It's a combination lock. Great. I can't.
And
use
when
this. Oh,
Aqua's when Aqua's was trying to get him the shit through the window, and he's like, "How the hell is that gonna fit?"
on the box.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Wait, I got a solution." She goes through the front of the fucking prison.
Can you give this to him?
He's like, no. He goes, "Well, time to go to sleep."
See ya.
Oh my God, I love it, man. I'm so happy about this. This
Yeah,
come back.
I'm just glad it's back. That's
Mhm.
really it.
Yep.
I wonder how long this second season's gonna be.
Probably 10
it's
episodes and probably like
gonna
an
be
OVA
at
Probably
watch.
the same amount.
Yeah, because I know another OVA did get announced or whatever.
Hey, by the way, how do you guys feel about the whole the OVA introduced Yan Yan, that one girl that's supposed to be Mega Man's rival, but
I don't
they-
really care for her and Mega Man's like
right,
rivalry.
but you notice they actually what they did with this is they kind of made that like irrelevant and actually reintroduced her like if she never existed before. Because they didn't know who she was, even like
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
He's like, who are you? Who's this girl?
Yeah. I mean, Megumin was sweet in that episode, but I probably should have said that like I don't really care about Yun that much.
Yin. Well, that name, dude, annoys the shit.
Like
out of me.
she's all right, but like I don't know. She's no like Megumin, obviously.
Explosion.
Yeah, and that dude, I forget. I think it was episode 2 or it might have been 3. I'm not sure. Where Aqua and the other chick are popping out of the Toad's mouth.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
simultaneously.
That's the thing. They brought that scene back
brought
in
the Toads
season
back.
1,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
this last week's episode they brought back the whole steal ability and the fondling from.
Yeah, they
season
brought back.
1.
Yeah, they brought back the Toads. They brought back the Steel ability.
Yeah.
And you know what?
That's fucking
It doesn't
awesome.
it doesn't feel like rehashed either. That's the thing about it. Like you would think if any other
Feels
comedy show
natural.
did that, it feels like it's not. Yeah, exactly. But if another comedy show did that, you would just feel like, oh wow, that's so lazy, or I've seen
Right.
it before. That's not funny again. No, this
Yeah.
show it actually works because they do it in a funny way.
Yep.
Oh,
Glad
but
it's back.
I'm so glad it's back.
Yeah,
I am so
glad
glad
it's
it's back. Yep. Everyone should be watching it.
greatness.
If you don't watch Konosuba, I don't know what's wrong with you.
The greatness.
Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry. I
Even
didn't
Habit
see.
like Habit likes it. Okay, come on, man. Come
That's
on.
when you know it's good.
That is what you know. You should
Yeah,
try it
when they
out. You'd be
watch
like,
good
okay,
anime.
wait a second. Exactly.
That's
right? According to Habit, he only watches good anime. So that means if he's watching this, it is the best show ever. Anyway, continue on.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm not watching it. Anyway.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, I've watched the first 3 episodes. They're pretty good. But,
Oh.
can't be bothered.
You have watched it.
Yeah, 3 episodes not that long ago actually, like like last month I think.
Wow.
But yeah, whatever. So next one is Masamune-kun, which I've only seen 1 episode of this. I want to continue it. It's a pretty good series so far from what I've seen. Interesting concept.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't
not
think
bad.
it's bad.
I don't
Like,
think
a
it's
lot
like
of
gonna be
people-
great.
A lot of people like apparently dropped it or are very skeptical on what happened in last week's episode. where
Yeah,
you
last
see,
week's episode.
that last girl appear, and it kind of makes this whole like love triangle or octagon sort of thing. And I'm like, dude, it's a harem series. They had that as the genre in the first place. Now, when it comes to Nisekoi, for example, if we're comparing these two, Nisekoi is a harem series, but nothing gets revealed. Nothing. There's no conclusion to
Nope.
Nisekoi
Well,
where it comes to the
in
main
manga there is.
protagonist ever getting with someone.
In the
But
manga
with
there
Masamune-kun, we could probably suspect that
in
there
the
may be
manga there
something
is.
happening. What are you saying?
In the manga, there he actually chooses a girl. In the anime, no, but in the manga, he does.
Well, fuck that guy.
Manga.
I'm just saying
It's
that
like-
apparently, I have some like sort of hope that hopefully it's not going to be like Nisekoi, because
Yeah,
right now
where
I'm
it's
starting to like it.
Yeah, where it's like carried out for so long. Because I
Exactly.
know, I know Nisekoi was like, I haven't watched it, but I know like the whole harem thing is like carried on forever and
Yep,
ever
it
and
is.
ever and ever.
Thank you, Animal Lover. She said vomits.
Yeah.
That's how I felt watching and reading Nisekoi.
I watched
so
season
I
1.
vomited watching that. Too.
I watched season 1 and I was like, okay. And then when season 2 came around, I heard from people that it's literally the same exact thing that
Yep.
was rehashed, and then I was like, yeah, no, sorry, I dropped it.
Yeah,
dude,
I
it's
think
not good.
Masamune is gonna be different with that. I think there will be some kind of like conclusion. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I like the main character. Like, I like the whole concept of him going like a revenge plot. That hasn't really
Yeah.
been done before. It's typically like, oh, now the girl falls in love with him or he falls in love with her. More so, he's going after. Well, at least right now, he's going after.
he's
for the
trying to get
reasons of-
revenge.
Exactly. That's kind of dark. I mean, a lot of people should realize that's fucked up. Realistically, he's making this girl
Yeah, I
fall
like
in
the
love with
premise
him.
of it.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's starting to show feelings for her and stuff like that. Obviously, but
yeah.
it's a lot better than Nisekoi. I'll say that right now. Like,
Yeah,
it
like
is
that's
way
what I
better than
said at the
Nisekoi.
beginning of the series. Like, I think that like as he's trying to get revenge on her, he's gonna like realize actually like he actually likes this chick, And
Yeah,
that-
they almost kissed in the.
yeah, I think he's gonna like kind of forget about his revenge, but I don't know like how they're gonna do it with like, cause like here's the thing with Masamune, like he's trying to do these things and he's expecting to get this kind of like reaction out of Aki, but she usually does like the complete opposite thing or does something else that he wasn't expecting. Like in the newest episode, that happened like a few times where he like I like he was reading that one like shoujo manga or whatever.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, it's gonna go down like this if I do it like that." And then,
When the
and then
tears, I'll think of the rain as your tears.
Yeah, and then it,
oh
yeah,
god, I hate the line.
yeah, and it like didn't work at all. She had like no like expression or no emotion.
Called him
Like
creepy behind his back.
Yeah,
Kuroki is like servant girl.
My eyes only can stare at you now.
yeah, but I mean, it's not like the greatest thing, but I definitely am enjoying it, and I'm like excited to see where it goes. Even though I've heard like the manga kind of like derails after like a bit. I don't know how true that is, but so far I'm enjoying it, and I like the whole
Same
concept
here.
of it.
Yeah,
I want to know how they're gonna work with like the whole harem though, because like obviously it's Aki, that chick that got introduced in the new episode, and
I think the maid too likes him too.
yeah, Yoshino.
Yeah.
But like as of right now, like it doesn't feel like or seem like Yoshino has anything really for him, but it's a harem, so something's going to happen with her that I think will stir things up a bit. So
Well, they did say that when they kind of made that pact with Masamune and to get revenge on
Aki.
Adagaki, right? Her name?
Yeah.
Adagaki. Yeah.
Aki.
He said once they eventually do that, she's like, then you can take me out on a date. But at the moment, it doesn't really seem like she has any emotional attachment.
Yeah.
Because she's a psycho. Like, I mean, God, she is a psycho. Aki as a main girl is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She really is. But I mean, you know what? I think that's one thing I like about the show so far, at least, is that none of the characters are too obviously like cliches of each other. Like, you know, how often do you see a narcissistic main character in the sense like of a harem story? Because typically harems always have a very stupid main protagonist. And I'm not saying he's a fucking genius. He's not. But I'm saying that you always have this typical like way of the main character being of he's oblivious to things. He's
He's not your typical harem MC.
Right. He's not smart in this relationship, like obviously, because one girl has to teach him how to do everything, and he refers to her as master, like now all the time. But I mean, for a main character for a harem, he's actually pretty decent, and that's what I like about it.
And like the whole harem thing hasn't really came about until like now, because with the most recent episode, that girl being introduced, and now there's like 3 around him: Aki, the new girl, and then Yoshino, if you want to count her. Because I think something's gonna happen with her, or maybe she like falls in love with him, or who knows. But
yeah, I'm curious who that girl is in the car though. Like, I want to know who she is. I love how they ended that episode. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know who this is.
Yeah,
but
it's not bad. It's pretty enjoyable so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Same.
Right. Yeah, I'll catch up one day maybe. Because I get lazy. After like I'll watch like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 episodes of everything, and then I start getting lazy and stop watching basically everything. So, yeah. Anyway,
Cool
next
story,
up
man.
is something else I'm not even watching,
Blue
which is
Exorcist. I'm watching
Blue X a pile of crap.
Come on.
So yeah. No, I'm sure the second season's great, but the first season was just terrible, and I stopped at episode 5.
well,
So
the
yeah,
first season was only due to like episode 18 and then onward because it was filler.
yeah.
But
Well,
the rest of it
Other
was
than that,
good.
technically.
a lot of us watched up till 5 episodes, and I dropped it then because it was crap. But yeah.
I'll say
go
right now,
ahead.
the new season, I mean, in terms of animation, it is spectacular. Like,
Yeah,
A1
the
Pictures,
animation has the same
poured-
animation as from the movie.
yeah, they poured money into this, and it's clear
Yeah.
as day. I mean, the characters look all different. The way they animate is very nice. I love the way they did it, though. It's very nice looking. In terms of what the story's doing so far, I mean, I know it's very similar to the manga because I actually read up to the manga up to this point now. And the thing is, it's very similar, of course, to the manga, which is great. I mean, that's one thing that everyone bitched about was the adaptation being different than the manga and all that. But the thing was is that it's a little slow right now. It's a little too slow for me. But I don't dislike it. I just think that I want to see some more stuff happen. And we're 4 episodes into this. 5th episode's going to be this week. And it's taking a long time to do anything
Like
relevant.
so far, Exorcist this season has been all right. It's not. I'm not gonna say that it's the best thing ever, but it's been all right. I mean, I've read the manga as well. And I say this numerous times in like my reviews that I've done. And when it comes to this arc of Blue Exorcist, there's this very slow build up when it comes to this whole arc, and it's mainly character driven, especially when it comes to Suguru's character. So around episode 5, or 4 that we just saw, we see that, you know, it's building up, and it seems like there is definitely going to be, you know, the action is going to be taking place in the 5th episode. So I'm pretty sure that from here on out, people are going to enjoy it a little bit more, because this is where, you know, we'll eventually see, you know, the action of Blue Exorcist actually play out. But yeah, I guess it did take quite a while, but in the manga, it was literally the same thing. You had to wait.
No, it was, yeah.
So,
it was.
Yeah. But I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad.
No, it's not bad. Like I said, I think people are. I have a feeling a lot of people will not give this the time of day, of course, because of the first season being so, you know, what it was, and then this season, I hate to say it, but it's the whole. I said about this in the first video I did for the first review I did for it. I have issues with how they did the whole recap. It's like the only way they can do it. I have to say that right now. But it also doesn't want to push people into watching either, because this show hasn't been on for what, like 5 years or 6 years.
Oh, what I wanted to mention,
right?
What I wanted to mention in episode 1 is that it was so funny to me when Rin's brother was talking to Suguro and everyone when they eventually found out that Rin is actually a demon. It's like they completely ignored that where they fucked up in season 1 of Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, that's
like,
yeah, but see, that's what I have issues with.
It's like funniest thing, dude.
I have issues with that, because at the same time, it's like, oh my, I understand it. Don't get me wrong. They can't pull like a Brotherhood, because that would take forever to restart the whole thing and then kind of go back to that. But I don't know. It felt so weird to me. That's the thing. It just felt odd to me, and you know, I know a lot of people. I had people agree with me and also disagree with me, but it's like, you want to get people to kind of get hyped into the new season. You know, you want people that are old fans coming back into it and going, oh, yeah, this is awesome. And you want new fans to go, okay, this is cool. The old fans are going to appreciate what they did with this, because obviously they got rid of the filler. They now focus more on the manga, of course. But the thing is that new fans, that was not a good first episode for a new fan coming into it. I'm sorry. And there are going to be new people going into it, regardless if they've seen the first season or not, because that's how people are in general. And it had no oomph or anything to it to make you really want to watch it. So, I mean, I don't know. But it's not, so far, I think it's a lot better than the first season. That's the bottom line. I think it's a lot better, and it's definitely, I think it could shape up to be awesome, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I watched the first season. I didn't watch, like, episodes 18 to 24, 25, whatever it was, because it was filler. But,
right.
And some of the other filler episodes I didn't watch, but... Like, I'm a newer person to Blue Exorcist because I didn't watch it, like, that many years ago. I just watched it kind of recently, like, maybe, like, in the summer or something. I watched it for the first time. And I gotta say, like, this second season, I have, like, gives me a different feeling than I had for the first season. I don't know, like, it kind of has, like, a more serious tone to it that I like. So.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it does have more serious, yeah.
Yeah. Like, the most recent episode... Things are, like, you know, kind of heating up now, like Miles said. And,
Rain and Bond, man, that scene was so hard. Like, that got you in the feels.
They executed that scene really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rin doesn't want to see the same thing happen to Suguro with what happened with his father. So I kind of get it, and why Rin's trying so hard for Suguro to not just, you know, tell his dad to fuck off and never talk to him again and then leave, because Rin's been through kind of like the same thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that scene was really awesome. But so far, I am enjoying it. It's not, like, amazing, kind of like Masamune. Like, it's not amazing, but I could see it, like, you know, going somewhere. And from what Miles has said and all that, like, things are probably going to heat up, so that's good.
Yep.
Right. So that was Blue Exorcist.
Yes, it was.
Or Exocrist, if you like to call it that.
Someone did left their phone on. Wow, unprofessional. I'm just kidding.
All right. So next up is Kuzu no Honka. There you
or
go.
Scum's Wish.
Scum's Wish. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me finish. Okay. I've watched the first episode. I'm gonna continue it. soon, actually, because I hear the rest is great. I thought the first episode was fantastic. Apart from the fact she calls the person brother, I just it annoys me so much.
You
Really
learn
does.
why she does that.
Well, I know that, but it's just annoying as hell. Like it's
I don't think this is the end of the season, but okay, I'm sorry, not saying to you, by the way, Travis.
I think it's good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but we'll get on to my favorite soon. Anyway, yeah. So I'm sure Memory and Miles want to talk like crazy about it. So
Do you want to
I
go?
want to talk about crazy too. I've been watching it also.
well,
I don't even
anybody,
think it's.
go ahead.
I don't even think it's like. I don't know. I think it's just weird, but it's good at the same time. I don't know. The whole thing with the brother thing is just creepy to me, regardless.
Well, it's not really her brother, but
Well,
yeah, I get your.
It's still
I'm gonna
just
say
weird.
this: if you don't like sex, if you don't like mature shit, then you just shouldn't be watching this show.
If you don't like yaoi, it's because it's
you're-
Then why is Aaron
you're not-
watching?
you're not gonna like it.
dude.
if you...
Screw off. What? I've heard that.
Oh god. But
yeah, go ahead, Murray.
it is definitely intended for a mature audience. It's like it's
Yeah.
very deep. It can get very deep. It's powerful.
Oh yeah, they
Um,
can get deep
My god.
and
Wow.
powerful.
Wow. Oh, God.
And just like I don't know, I like how it's a different take on the romance genre because I have never watched a show that's like this.
No, I
like-
agree with you.
And it's serious. Like it's not in a joking matter. Like yeah, you have sexual shit in anime all the time, but it's not really serious, you know? Like it's like usually for like a power boost or some shit, like rubbing a
It's
chick's
just
titties to
cliche.
get power and like
Yeah.
we've saw so many times, but I love how like Kuzuno Honkai handles it differently and just overall I'm loving it through each episode. Honestly, I love like just how no matter who the characters love or whatever or who they call them, like I know the brother thing I'll admit is kind of weird.
Creepy.
Yeah, like if some like Christian asked me this earlier, I think it was Christian. He was like, how would
Yeah.
you feel if you were in bed with some girl and she just started calling you brother? Like, yeah, that would be kind of weird. Like
Yeah,
but like yeah, like
Go ahead.
that's been established that it is kind of weird, but like I love how like the like Hanabi and Mugi, how they each love someone and then like those people don't really recognize them or see them in that way, so they're coming together through that. And then you have like these other characters who are side characters who obviously the chick, I forget her name, but she
Oh, I forgot him too. Shit.
yeah, the chick likes Hanabi. They had like that sleepover and all that.
and John.
She
And then
likes
they made out.
yeah, she likes Hanabi, and then Mugi's childhood friend likes Mugi. So it's just like a huge, just crazy pool of people who love each other and are dealing with like rejection and not being noticed and all that. And
Yeah,
I
it's
really like that about it. Like it's like there's a lot to it, and it's
Yeah.
deep, and it deals
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
a
with like
series
emotion and
yeah, it's a series based around like the people who cannot, fall in love with the person that they want to be, and I like how it handles it, especially when it comes to the whole loneliness factor. And we do see some development with Hanabi and Mugi, especially from what happened in the last episode, which I thought was really well done.
It was
yeah.
well done, yeah.
Dude,
But-
when she was crying on the bed, and she was like, what did she say? She was like,
He's like, I really want to try to love
yeah,
you.
I really want to. Oh, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
That was
lie, I
messed
got
up,
choked
I
up
remember
right there. I got choked up right there.
Yeah,
And
so did I, dude.
I love how mature it is. I love how mature it is. It's really great, and I really do recommend you guys go check it out. And this is coming from a non-romantic fan,
Dude, I don't like
anime.
romance. Like, I don't want to say I
Romance is one
don't
of my
like
favorites.
romance.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I don't like romance, but I just don't watch a lot of it.
Yeah,
but from
I
like
would say
the ones
same
that
thing.
from the ones that I have watched, like this handles it in a completely different way. So,
And that's what I love about it. Yeah.
yeah. And it is like it's a lot. It's character driven, and just like what Lurch has put behind it, the animation, the art, the music, that's all tremendous. Just the way it looks, and I love like the panels they use. If you guys know what I'm
Mhm,
talking about,
yeah.
like in the episodes, like
Yeah.
they just like kind of flash the panels across the screen. Like I love when they do that. Like that's something you don't really see a whole lot in anime either. But that's something I really fucking love about this show as well. And overall, it's great so far. And I cannot wait to see where it goes from here because I see it going like crazy places, honestly. Because just like through 3 episodes, I mean, look what's happened. So like, if it gets even crazier than this, and I don't mean crazy in terms of like action or anything like that, just in terms of the events that are like playing out, like especially with the newest episode, the teacher having what seems to be like one of her old students with her, and she's with him, and then Hanabi seeing this and she's like, oh, this chick is with another dude. I thought she was into the person I call brother. That's deep. And Mugi, and that affects Mugi as well because Mugi likes the teacher and Mugi sees this chick with another dude. So like the teacher is kind of like playing Hanabi and Mugi's emotions right now.
Yeah. One thing I'll say right now is that like the manga, like I read the manga first actually. I read I want to say like maybe 5 or 6 chapters of it. I want to believe, yeah, maybe 5 or 6. And when I heard this was being animated, I was like, oh, I'm curious what they're gonna do with this, because I didn't realize actually at first it was being animated until like the day it came out, and I was like, wait, oh, that's Scum's Wish. Oh shit, I remember reading the first couple of things for it. Let me check it out, and I was blown away because they don't actually adapt it exactly like the manga does, but what they do is they kind of switch around scenes to make them actually work better, because in the manga the scenes kind of feel like they don't flow right for some reason. Now, this is my opinion at least, where they have like, for example, the scene where Mugi's childhood friend comes into play, right, from episode 2, I believe. They show her, and that was like the very beginning of that volume, a chapter of how it started off. It was showing her and then them walking together and then talking about all this stuff happened. They did a lot better episode 2, because episode 2 it actually flowed really well, that they were walking back home after the whole day of school and they meet the girl on their way home. I was like, oh, that's actually way better. What the hell? But romance is my main genre, as many know. I love romance stuff, and the thing is that I'm also very critical of romance shows because they tend to be very cliche. I mean, that's one thing that I think a lot of genres have, of course, obviously, but romance genres are always very cliche. They're always like, oh, the guy falls in love with this girl, or some weird event that happens and stuff. How often have I ever seen it where it's like, oh, these two love each other not because they really are loving each other, but more so because they just need each other to kind of deal with the world around them, because they can't get the ones they love. Yeah. And that, can you name a show that's done that? I've never seen a show like that before. No. I think that's awesome.
That's like I said, like I've never watched a romance that does it.
Like you have to enforce that, because I don't think people realize like that is something that's very, very different. I mean, the concepts of everyone falling in love with each other, and more so like the childhood friend liking the main character, and then of course the one girl that has secret feelings for one of them. That is stuff that you've seen before in romance. But I mean, the very essence of what this show is it kind of changes the normal for a lot of romance.
The way
stuff,
it comes out, and the way it comes out, the way it's like represented, like the way those cliches are represented are different than what you normally see in a romance show.
Yeah, because like you stated before, like it's like the fan service is either considered something for like a power up, or just like or just like there's
I tripped and fell on your tits. Like
which will we get to in a bit, but
let's talk about that. I can't wait for that.
No, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but overall though, I'm really being honest with you. Like I could see the show going in a very dark place, and I'm very curious how because it's already kind of going in a dark place if you think about it. But I'm just curious like how it'll ebb its way back out, because I want to see, do these characters really fall in love with one another? Are they going to realize that realistically they could find people that they feel emotionally attached to, rather than I could fall in love with you, or I feel I want to fall in love with you? That comment, there's a really dark tone to that comment. I don't think people realize that you're saying that because it's like you're trying to force yourself into a romance with someone, and that's not right. Regardless, for any person, that's not right. But even more so for a character to say that to another character, it's like, wow, that's messed up. Like that's what I got from that episode. I was like, are you serious? I want myself to fall in love with you.
I think that opens up in the manga. The first quote that is said, or that is
I forgot what it was.
Finds it on in the manga. It says, "Because we don't want to get hurt, we hurt each other."
It is very true.
Emotions, dude.
Yeah,
that is very true. Yeah, Because if you think about it, that's, like, for example, like why people act a certain way towards another person. It's because either they're insecure or they want to find some fault of someone else because they're jealous, etc. So it's understandable. But the thing is that I love how, like, for example, really, so far, we know that, okay, the teacher looks like she's a cheater, most likely. So that's fucked up. All right. I wonder why she's cheating though. Is it that she's really with the brother? Because so far, to be honest with you,
they just
make
look like
it
really good friends.
Exactly. And the thing is that, I think they're trying to show it from her perspective because she's seeing it in a way that looks like it's going to be romantically charged. But is she really cheating on him? Is she most likely with?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Like through Hanabi's lens, it looks like that they're a thing. That they're a,
right.
Well, no, I'm talking about like with the person she calls brother.
With the brother, you're
like,
right.
Through her lens, it looks like the teacher and him are like a thing. But now we're kind of seeing more through like the the actual teacher's lens, and like maybe she doesn't see brother in that way, and that she's fooling around with this former student of hers. It looks like. I don't know how you can debate like that she's not maybe fooling around with this student because the way he was like grabbing her ass and shit, and then
but I want to say right there, Shadow Blazer says that clearly she's a user. Again, though, see, Hanabi is what we consider a very bad narrator, because the thing is that's something that they do in stories on purpose, where they have a narrator that you can't trust because you're seeing that through their eyes, of course. And like, for example, best example I can give you is Moby Dick. Moby Dick has a way of telling a story with the narrator being a certain way and saying this and that, but what he's really seeing is kind of falsehality, false thing. Even like, for example, Frankenstein, like classics. But the thing is that in this case, Hanabi sees her brother, quote unquote brother, in love with the teacher, Akane. But that is that the case? Maybe so maybe he does love her, but the teacher doesn't feel like that towards him because so far all the scenes that they showed, they're just in class. They're not class. They're in the student council room, and he's talking to her and acting a certain way. That doesn't mean they're in love with each other. It doesn't mean that they're doing anything so far. It doesn't mean she's using him or anything like that, because that could just be of how she's seeing it. Like, I see the teacher as falling in love with him and acting like this and that, flirty with him. Are you really, or are you just jealous that he's even talking to this girl, and thus you're making her in a bad light? Because so far, like I said, they haven't shown them making out. They haven't shown them kissing. They haven't shown them going on dates. The first date we've seen the teacher go on with is with that former student, it looks like.
Yeah.
So most likely she's not someone that you can actually believe in.
Well, here's one thing before we actually end off on Kuzuno Honkai.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that someone actually pointed out to me. The final scene that we see with Hanabi and the teacher is that as the teacher was leaving, Hanabi says she smelled of cigarettes and was wearing the same clothes. So this actually insinuates that the former student and the teacher were actually at a love hotel, and they most likely had sex. And the very following day, the teacher did not have enough, time to actually get changed or anything of that matter. And the very following day, she was at school. So it kind of insinuates that. We don't know, but that's something to take into consideration.
I mean, and you could tell like they were doing something, because the way he was like grabbing her ass and kind of like controlling her and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, so there's definitely something going on there. Yeah, definitely. Just a lot of like there's like a lot of potential twists with this show. Like there could be so many outcomes and so many things that could happen to just stir things up. I don't even know where it's gonna go, but like it's great so far. It really is.
I'll say right now, I think it's like top 3 for me of the season, to be honest, so far.
Yeah. It's definitely a contender for my personal anime of the season.
Yeah, same.
I really like it a lot.
Same here.
Yep.
Right, 10 years later, moving on to the next one. Right, next up we have Harry Potter.
Yeah, this isn't a good show. Skip it. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't watch this.
God.
I said I was just kidding.
My favorite of the season so far. Absolutely incredible stuff. And 25 episodes of it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I was telling
I'm
you
really
guys.
liking Little Witch as well.
Yeah.
Fun.
Habit. Shut up about that.
I
was
telling you guys it was going to be
Ever
good.
since the short.
Did you even watch it?
You just say it all the time. No one cares if you said it, dude.
Dude, but I don't think I'm serious. I don't think we ever said it was going to be bad.
Yeah, no one said it was going to be bad. He just like wants to like be that person who's like, I told you it was going to be good.
I told you. You didn't believe me, but I was
Miles
right.
was the one arguing with me at first, saying it was going to be a short.
I thought it was going to be a short, but I didn't say it was going to be bad.
But I was right and you were wrong.
Oh, kill yourself.
But Little Witch.
Anyway,
Little Witch. I'm liking it.
greatness.
There's a lot of similarities with Harry Potter in it.
Wingardium Leviosa.
But I mean, it's fun. It's very childlike, but I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Very fun, very fun.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast so far.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the literal like definition of the show is like a blast. Like
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because
I'm
it's
British, so Harry Potter was fantastic for me. And this is just very fun to watch, like a
Harry Potter.
childish Harry Potter type thing. It's just a fun. It's
Dude,
just a fun
Travis.
thing to watch. Yeah,
Travis,
Yep.
you nailed it when you said Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry
Nailed it.
Potter. Harry Potter. There you go.
It really is pretty similar. It's like a parody of it, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I'm pretty sure they probably got some ideas from it. 'Cause,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
a lot of stuff
obviously,
references Harry
yeah.
Potter.
For sure.
I still have to watch it.
Yeah.
Though, to be honest. I have not watched it yet.
Do Japanese people watch Harry Potter?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter
it's
was like
actually
every
really
country.
big in Japan.
Dude, I know cuz like
Big in
the whole
China,
your name thing, like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is like
Mhm.
a top 5 film of all time in Japan.
Yeah.
Yep.
They really like it. Even some
Yeah.
anime out there that I have seen actually reference it in some of the
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
some shows that
right.
reference Harry Potter.
yeah.
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 They've had
Dang.
people with scars, and then they've had people like.
When's the
come up
Harry
with-
Potter manga coming out then?
I actually would read that. I won't lie. I would actually read Harry Potter manga.
I wouldn't.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think it'd be cool, man.
No, but the cast is fun. Trigger doing what they do best.
Being
I have
God.
honestly, I have no complaints with this show so far. Like
Same.
it's just great.
me either.
Stuff.
And I'm
Hey,
happy.
once
we're-
again, if Habit's watching it, that means you know it's greatness.
It's Trigger.
Yeah,
That's how
he
you know
also
it's
told
great.
you it was gonna be good. Yeah.
It's Trigger.
He told everyone it
Trigger.
was gonna be
50
good.
times.
Trigger.
Yeah, Trigger doing good stuff.
and I'm happy. It's getting 25 episodes, like Trav said.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun ride.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's Harry Potter. Anyway, next up is Yujo Senki. Now
Oh,
I
no.
oh boy.
Oh
Um,
no.
Are
Yeah.
we kind of mixed on this
Um,
one?
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
really. I mean, honestly, I think it's okay.
I agree
Okay.
with Travis
Okay.
on that.
Okay. I'm not saying it's good by any means, right? I just enjoyed the first episode. Second episode was a little bit better, and now I just can't be bothered to watch it. But it's not not
Wow,
the worst
man.
thing in the world. I haven't watched the third episode, as I said, but
I'm caught up.
yeah. Everyone talks about the voice. I don't care if people hate the voice of the main character. I don't like
You
it
get
as
pissed
well.
off when we say we hate it.
Yeah, I get pissed off
Annoying.
when that's the only critique people say. Like, I hate her voice, so that's
But
it.
dude,
It's
you
like,
you know you understand though to a
cares?
point. That's a character that's talking 99% of the
That's
time
the
on
main
screen.
character.
yeah, but
So
I mean,
if you hate
there's
her
no-
voice, it's gonna.
Yeah,
sell
but the
itself.
story.
My name is
like,
Tanya.
Okay,
Give
whatever.
me some
Yeah,
I'm a
Irrelevant-
member of the 20th platoon.
but yeah, irrelevant show. Moving on.
I used to be a man, but now I'm a little girl.
That's true too. You
Yeah.
do, man.
So I should watch
Literally-
this.
It literally sounds like one of them like people on them smoking commercials that have the holes in their throat.
I talk like this because I can't talk anyway else
Yeah,
anymore.
but
I used to
I'm not
be a
really-
moga.
I'm not really feeling Yojo Senki to be honest. So
It's better. Like I tell people, it's better than Zeta at least so far. And I mean, I've watched every single episode so far. I don't dislike it. I think I'm with Travis on it's okay. I mean, if you get past her voice, it's got some good stuff. It really does. I mean, I like the main character and all that, but her voice though, really, dude. I mean, like
The only time I
always
like
have
her
to say
is
it
when
bad.
she's fighting. Like that's the only time I like her. Like
I like when she goes with her plans and then like,
Other
realizes,
than
like,
that-
I'm off the front lines.
when she's like not fighting, I don't like her, and I actually dropped the show. I honestly just
Wow.
no. Here's the reason why.
By Studio Nut, you dropped the
Like,
show.
Studio Nut.
I can't get into these. I can't get into these types of shows. There's just something with them. Like you throw girls on you throw a girl with a twist on a fucking with some magic on a battlefield, and that's literally what it is. Like Izetta, girls on a battlefield with magic. There's some twister.
Yeah.
This chick, she I guess used to be a man, but now is a chick and is a lolly, fucking thrown on a battlefield with magic. And
So Aaron's favorite.
Fuck off! I hate lollies.
Like
It's
I can't. There's just something about it. I can't get into it. Like I just want a fucking give me a fucking gritty military anime where just fucking two
Alderman.
forces
Give me more Alderman.
or multiple forces are like going fucking at it, like some gritty old-fashioned like war anime. But we'll never get that because they have to throw girls on there and they have to throw fucking magic with them, I guess. So yeah, well, it's not that it's like the girls, like there can be girls in fucking war anime, but like look at Izetta. Like, that is so fucking unrealistic. And look at this. No, you wouldn't have a little fucking girl on the battlefield. Like, I just can't, like, I don't know.
It's just a darker version of Izetta. That's basically all you can get from it.
Like, I don't know. Like, Alderman probably did it closest to the best, but, like, with the magic and, like, the sort of magical stuff, because it's not, like, I wouldn't say it's like straight magic, but like there is some like magic elements to it. I liked how Alderman handled it, but still like Alderman wasn't like amazing for me. But like
I thought it was amazing.
Alderman was amazing. I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's just maybe these types of shows because like Gate kind of the same thing. Like I just never really got into it that much. I thought
you loved Gate.
No.
What? Baffled.
I think we had this conversation before about like a World War II anime. I feel like
it would never happen because
they want to like not do that because of the part of the world they're at. People are still getting over stuff like that. I mean, here it's a bit different because
they made Grave of the Fireflies other stuff with it.
I mean,
like I don't know. I don't know how Kingdom is, but like from what I've read of the manga, like the little bit that I have read, like something like that.
Game could die.
Like like something like that. Like just some fucking gritty, old-fashioned like war anime. Like that's what I want. Like I don't want girls thrown onto a battlefield with magic. I don't want anyone thrown onto a battlefield with magic. Like
that's all you're ever gonna get though. Because
all the Japanese people love that, dude.
You can't have a World War II thing work in the way that you think is gonna work. It would actually just piss people off in Japan. I
just think a old-fashioned fucking gritty, set in maybe like World War I, World War II anime would be fucking great.
Plus, then it'd be really complex because it would probably get into actual technical terms that would probably go over
it'll
your
probably
head.
never happen.
With the bottleneck, we have to go this way, and then all of a sudden use Sector A to make sure we go to Zulu B.
That's why I hope Legend of the Galactic Heroes is actually all it's talked about to be.
And let me know it comes out of nowhere. Like okay, let me know it's gonna come out. He's gonna come out of the chat somewhere. He's not there. Wait, what?
I mean,
no,
that's supposed to be coming out this year. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be what does it for me. But I don't know. I just can't get into these shows. I tried. I watched 3 episodes of it, so I think I gave it a fair shot.
Dude, you'll know if you like that show with 3 episodes. Trust me.
Yeah, I can't really get into it. So
yeah,
irrelevant. Anyway. It's gonna be 12 episodes if anyone was wondering and didn't know. But yeah. Who cares? Next up, Fuka.
Oh no!
Right.
It's so bad that it's good.
Okay, can I say something real fast? I'm just the only thing I'm gonna say about this whole show. I'm gonna say this right now because I've read every single one of this dude's works. A Town Where You Live In, and also Suzuka. And I'll say this right now. At one point of the story, it's going to change very dramatically, and that's where the series will pick up. Unfortunately, to get to that point is going to mean suffering through what we're suffering right now. So you have to understand that you're going to suffer through this a little bit more, but once it changes, that's where I think the actual manga got very interesting and got very cool.
All right,
but
well, let me
until
ask
then,
you this question,
you're
Blake.
fucked. What?
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Will there still be a lot of cliches?
There will be cliches, but they will always have a different tone to them, like how they do them.
No.
I'll be honest with you. It's because something happens with various characters. I'm not going to say which characters. I'm not going to spoil it to anyone because it's a really big spoil if I do. But it alters the whole like main story of it. And the thing is that there'll still be cliches. You can't remove the cliches from this. All of his works have cliches. But it will be a lot better, I think, for most people. Because right now, the stuff that you see is the worst part of the manga, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it really is.
I'm sticking with it to find out what actually does happen. It's cringy as hell sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's just funny to watch because of how stupid it is.
It's
Like, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the statue scene. Oh my good god! Like,
Dude, that guitar scene.
Yeah, he fucking learned the guitar in like half a day.
the bit on the beach.
I wish I could do that, man.
The
Shit.
bit on the beach right at the end of the episode. How does that even happen?
Oh yeah, how
Like,
did he? Oh, my
literally
God.
makes no sense at all. But whatever. The
But fuck it.
the cliches are there. And honestly, it's whatever. I mean, I'm still
Now there's
gonna
like a
stick with it, as I
fucking
said.
love rectangle.
Right.
Yeah, that goes away also. So
A rectangle.
Like
Martha didn't agree. Martha didn't agree with me on the manga, but I'm gonna say right now, I think for me at least, I think it gets a lot better. But that's just me. That's perspective, you know. That's
I've
Yeah, I
heard
haven't
so many
dropped it,
different thoughts
But
about
I'm
it.
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing what happens. But if it's something completely stupid, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, see ya.
it's dark. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say.
It better be.
I'm not gonna say like because I am enjoying it. Like it's like just so like Trav said, like it's stupid and it's like
Yeah.
I would honestly say it's bad that it is good. Like it's one of those type deals. Like it's so bad that it's good and enjoyable somehow. For me at least.
I agree.
I'll say right
Yeah.
now, at least, that they're doing the only thing I could say that's plausible about the show that's good so far is that at least they're following the manga to a T so far. Like, I mean, it's even the opening scene is essentially the opening of the manga.
Mhm.
But you know, that's the only thing that's good about this because honestly, I'll be honest with you. So far, all the guys' works when they've been translated to anime, I kind of hate them because I think
Yeah.
either they butcher it by cutting out a whole bunch of stuff or they change like all the things. Like A Town Where You Live was a series I saw the chat talking about. I love the manga for that, and it's from the same creator. It takes place in the same universe as Fuka actually, and Suzuka, but they did the anime. They did an OVA where they got rid of like 95% of the story and went with this really cliche route and stuff, and they butchered it. So I mean, at least in the sense for this, it's not they're not butchering the manga at least to a point, but the manga isn't that great to begin with. It's just the ending part that's really good, like the sequence where the dark event happens.
Yeah,
I
I will
hope they
say this,
sing-
that the opening is actually really good though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I hope in the actual show itself they sing a different song besides the opening because because that's the only song they've sang
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
very true. That's very
That's
Yeah.
like what they've sang in like they've sang maybe 3 or 4 times already and it's been the same song
true.
Yeah, kind of.
and
They're
it's
just
the
practicing
opening
the
it's the
covers.
opening of the show.
But
Yeah.
you know, realistically though,
Like,
a
is the
band
whole
only
show
has,
about
one
them-
song for a long time? Realistically.
Yeah, but like is the whole
Climbers high.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, is that the like? I don't know if that's gonna be like. Are they gonna like master this song by the end of the 12 episodes? Like one song.
Yeah, they're
Like,
gonna release an album and it's just gonna be 12 versions of the same song.
There's a time skip. I'll say that. So
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Times, yeah.
Fuka,
Yeah.
pretty
Thanks
average,
For
whatever.
spoiling.
Yeah,
Who
it's,
really
it's,
not a
cares?
spoiler per se.
it's average.
It's whatever.
It's
So, yeah.
irrelevant.
Yeah,
We're
irrelevant as well.
skipping the next one, please.
Skipping the next one, Siren, absolute crap. Don't bother. I haven't watched it. I'm just saying
Woo,
that as
Demi
well.
Chan.
I
Let's go
haven't
to
even
Demi
watched
Chan. Come
Siren,
on.
to be honest.
Yeah, we're skipping Demi Chan. No, I'm just kidding.
No!
Um,
I love this show. This is like my favorite thing of
yeah,
the season,
well,
to be honest with you.
I got bored of the first episode. I watched it. It was It was all right. Nothing special.
Dude, I love Debbie-chan.
Habit and Blade are telling me to watch second episode. To be honest, don't
Can't
really
be
want
bothered.
it. Cannot be bothered at all. But yeah,
Interviews with Monster
let
Girls is a
someone else
good show
take
so
away.
far. It's a good show.
I watched the first episode yesterday. I watched the dub because it just came out recently. The dub's actually not that bad, and
most of the people are here for it too.
Yeah, I liked the first episode, so I'm gonna watch more when the second episode of the dub comes out.
I'm caught up with the show, and honestly, like I love Interviews with Monster Girls. Like I was at first, I told my friend because my friend he actually told me to watch it, right? And I'm like, dude, it sounds so cliche. He's like, oh, it's gonna be a harem with like all these monster girls and all that stupid. He goes, no, dude, I watched it. You're gonna watch it. It's awesome. And I'm like, okay. And I watched it with him, and it's so much fun. Like it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but I love the characters. I love the girls that they have in it. All the girls are really cool in their own way. The monster concept is really well done. I just think it's a great show, and I love the main dude. The main dude for the show is like your average teacher, but he's like one of those teachers that everyone loves. Like everyone knows who he is because they go to him and ask him for advice. And I've had teachers like that before in my life, and he's awesome. He's a cool dude. So it's like, wow. I hope he gets with the one girl, the succubus, because she's the only one that's legal age. Every other girl that they like aiming at him is, for the most part, high schooler. That's kind of scaring me a little bit, but I love this show, to be honest with you. I don't think there's going to be any romance or harem elements. They'll be under the genres of those two, so.
Yeah, irrelevant.
Wow.
I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah, what's up?
The one scene from the first episode where like what's her name, Hikari comes up to the dude and he's like what's the teacher's name?
Tetsuo. The biology teacher.
Oh yeah, Tetsuo. Yeah, Tetsuo.
Takahashi.
Yeah. Like Hikari comes up to Tetsuo and she's like she like went on about this whole conversation and whatnot, but really what she was coming to him about was that like a student passed out or whatever, and it turned out to be the Dullahan, and he's like,
I love Dullahan, by the way.
And she thought that he was the health teacher, and he was like, no, I'm just a biology teacher, but I can tell if someone's sick just by the look at her face or in the person's face. And then he walks into the room and it's the Dullahan with their head not on. And he's like, she has no face. so he couldn't tell. Like I thought that was hilarious. Like,
no, you know what? There's a great scene between him and the succubus. Like the succubus teacher, she can't touch people because if she, you know what I'm talking about, haven't? She can't touch people because if she does, they get super sexually attracted to her. And so, like at one point, she ends up shaking his hand via various scene and is holding onto his hand for a while. And he's like, "Oh, no problem. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go to class and all that." And he's walking away like he's unaffected completely by it. Like, and she's like, "Wait a second."
And she's just amazed.
And then he walks around the corner and he goes, "Oh my god, that was so erotic. Oh, I forgot the succubus was erotic." Oh,
like
god.
he literally busted a nut.
He did, dude.
Yo, I gotta watch more of it, dude.
That was episode 3. I
And
loved it.
she's literally busting a nut because he didn't.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh my god, he must be the one."
Dude, I can't wait till he sees the little date.
Dude, did you see the newest episode 4?
No.
Oh, dude, you have to watch it. Like the succubus, like the scene that she has. I'll just say it right now because it's so funny, dude. Like, so he's giving hugs to everyone because they all want hugs from him all of a sudden, and she goes, "I'll give you a big hug," and she like runs at him, and he goes, "No." And she goes, "Oh, you're right. That'd be very bad, wouldn't it?" And then she like slams her head against the thing like over and over again in the background. I couldn't give him a hug.
Oh
Dude,
god.
it's so great. I love that show.
Dude, Nate's
I
gonna
do gotta
die
watch
when he
it.
sees the date, though.
Yeah, what is that in like episode 2?
Yeah.
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 Dullahan and him date. It's really weird and funny though.
That's my favorite thing so far.
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
a great sequence. It really is a great sequence.
Right.
We can move on.
I liked the first episode. It was enjoyable.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the first episode was alright. The other ones are definitely better, though.
See, I loved it from the first episode, to be honest, but that's me.
Right. So, are we talking about Dragon Maid or whatever the frick this
I haven't
one
watched
is?
any of the episodes of it.
I watched the first episode. I gotta watch more of it. It's
Do you like
not. it was the first episode was all right, but I heard like because I think episode 2 and 3 are out now. I still need to watch them, but I heard that it gets a lot funnier. Like that's the thing with like these slice of life comedy shows. Like they're like a lot of it's hit or miss because comedy's subjective, and like some of it you'll find funny, and then some of it you won't. I didn't really find like there were some parts of the first episode that I found like really funny, but then like there were other things that was like But like I still got to watch some more. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad so far. Like in terms of the, like because KyoAni's like animating it, like it doesn't feel like a KyoAni show. Like it has a different feel to it. Like it's not like the beautiful like like I mean, granted the scenery is like nice and all that, but like it's not like the flashing colors and the super detailed backgrounds and all that. Like it's not like KyoAni's like going all out with this, but like I don't think it really needs that, honestly. But it's not too bad so far. I need to watch more of it. I think the concept of it's funny though, because like the chick is like a dragon as well, so like it does it does make for some like kind of funny interactions, at least like from what I saw in the first episode.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but it's not like really funny in my personal opinion. I mean, everyone has their own taste of comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I still haven't like caught up with the other episodes, but from what I've seen, it's all right.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we're skipping the next two, right?
Oh, I'm watching. I'll tell you right now. Can I just say one thing about it? It fucking
Chaos
sucks.
Child.
It
Chaos
fucking
Child
sucks. Move on from it.
and Gabriel Dropout, whatever the frick.
Yeah.
I know people like, apparently Dropout series is pretty good, but I'm not going to watch that. So
yeah, none of us have saw it. Chaos
dropping
Child
out of that.
Sucks.
Yeah, Chaos Child, I just couldn't be bothered. I just couldn't be bothered because the first episode was like half a recap of Chaos Head, and then
40
like,
minutes, 20 minutes spent with the recap, only to have the next part of it actually do what the recap does in 1 fucking minute. So it's like, oh, here's the explosion from 7 years ago. We know who's involved with it. That's all you needed to do. You didn't need to do the rest of it. There was no point to it. And
yeah,
did it.
I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered.
Fuck yeah, Child.
Yeah.
Would you say though, like compared to how Occultic 9 started out, how would you compare?
Oh, it's better than Cultic 9. Yeah, like I mean, at least you understand who the characters are, what they're doing. I mean, not like they just throw you into a fucking loop of people talking and flashing stuff on screen. So I mean, I'm watching Chaos Child all the way through. I'm going to watch all of it the way through, but it still sucks so far. So
right. Yeah, and then Dropout, obviously no one's watching that, so I'm dropping out of that. Right, next up, very controversial show.
Handle Shakers!
Habit apparently crapped himself, so that's that.
That happens.
Dude, Handshakers sucks.
I don't hate it. I like it.
I remember when Memory was like, yeah!
Easily
but
the worst.
Here's the thing. In the previews for Handshakers, if I recall correctly, you don't see any of the fucking chain shit. You don't see the 3D CG shit. So I wasn't expecting any of that really going into this. But then the first episode, I was like, I'll be honest. Like, there are some bits of like, especially when they try to like implement the weird ass like CG and shit in some of the shots, like it looks really weird and choppy, like it looks bad, honestly. But then there are some parts of it that actually looks good.
The backgrounds move on their own. Like
but that was like for like a split second.
Dude, it happened like 3 times in the first episode.
Yeah, but it was like for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Like that doesn't really bother me.
That's bad,
much.
Dude.
Like I swear, some people just like fucking like. I don't think Christian did this, but I swear some people just put their fucking face to the screen and just try to like see everything, and they're like, "Oh, that looked like that looked like that." Like, like I just fucking watch the show and I don't know, I enjoy it. I'm not saying it's good because it's not good.
No, it's not great. It's okay.
It's okay. and I can recognize why people don't like it, like at all, because there's a lot of problems with it. But somehow I still find myself, enjoying it. I like, for the most part, the animation
5.15
style.
on Mal, by the way. Just
I for the most part like the animation style. I like the music. There are some
good.
Yeah, there are some things that I find interesting with it. Like I like the concept of how like this dude can't let go of her hand, and they
No, but then they got rid of that though. Like now he could let go of her hand for 15 minutes and all this.
But that's when that's when they didn't. It first started like if you let go of her hand, they like he just kind of got told that and was like kind of worried like, oh, if I let go of her hand, but then he comes to like realize that it's actually there's like kind of a limit on it. So like I do
hold on to her hand for the whole time, like, oh, you can never let go.
Like I think that is kind of like an interesting thing with it, and the whole like I mean we've saw stuff like that before, like where there's a god or whatever that'll grant you a wish or whatever, like in a death game or a death match or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it's
been done everywhere. For example.
Yeah. So like in terms of that, it's nothing new, but I think the animation and the music are what will keep me into it.
I'd buy the soundtrack if they actually have the soundtrack for this.
Yeah. Same group that did the K Project music, so it's like it's amazing.
Yeah,
Goon tracks.
It's probably like one of the best things. Like during the fights, that music is so epic. You're like, oh wow, that's great. But then everything else sucks.
Yeah, just close your eyes.
Kind of,
and
dude.
then
I hate
it's
to
good.
say it. Just close your eyes and be like, I can imagine stuff happening.
Literally the worst CG I've ever seen. The worst attempt at CG.
I think they were just trying to like, I don't know what, if they were trying to like experiment with something or what. I don't. They tried to do.
They
tried to do
experimented the fuck
different.
out of that shit.
Yeah, because it's not that good.
It's like when you're in chemistry class and the kid accidentally makes whatever he's doing explode. Like that sort of experiment.
Dude, Shadow Blazer, I don't think I agree with the main character being likable. Like, I kind of can't stand him. I can't stand that everything he says all the time is like, oh, this doesn't mesh together. Oh, this doesn't mesh well. Oh, mesh is like, why do you have to keep saying the word mesh, man? It's weird. Stop.
I don't know. Like, there's a way you can do CG, and this is the complete opposite of how you should do it. Like, there should never be a time when the background is moving at a different speed than everything else is, to the point where when everything stops, the background is moving on its own. Like, nothing's moving. The camera's not moving, the characters aren't moving, and the characters are, like, breaching through the floor or something. I don't know.
I didn't say it was breaching through the floor, but okay.
Yeah, well, first episode was meh. It was alright. Nothing special. Kind of gave me a headache, but it is what it is.
I think you gave a lot of people a headache. Trust me.
Those nice optical flares.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna bother continuing with it. Like, I don't find it like horrible like a lot of other people do, but I just don't think it's worth continuing. So, yeah, that's that. So yeah, anime of the year, right? Memory contender.
No,
man.
I said that from the
just
previews.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking.
That was probably wrong of me to jump the gun like that, but
dude, I told you, I was saying
the
do not
previews
say that.
were misleading.
Yeah, just like Kimi no Nawa.
Oh,
please shut up! You're watching One. You're watching One Piece.
Oh,
you're watching One Piece.
Okay, everyone, keep it
what is up, Drama Alert Nation?
One Piece.
We've got beef between Memory.
Let that sink in.
Kimi no
One
Nawa.
Piece.
Anyways, let's move on to something else.
Anyway, yeah. Next up.
Hi, I got rubber arms.
Oh.
My dick's not rubber though.
Holy shit. Anyways.
Maintaining professional voice. Right. Akiba's trip. Or strip, however people are saying it, whatever.
It's so stupid that it's fun.
It's just,
exactly.
It's quite funny, to be honest. I mean,
I love it though.
That's it. That's all we've got to say. Next up is no. If anyone wants
realistically,
to talk about it,
I'll be honest with you, Travis. You kind of hit the nail on it. It's stupid and funny. That's the only thing you need to say about the show.
There's not much to this.
I've only watched the first
They
episode.
beat their clothes off.
But was quite funny. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but you know, who cares? At the end of the day, you like what you like. So yeah, that's about it for that one. Is anyone okay with just moving on?
Yeah, I'm okay with moving on. It's there's not much to it.
I mean,
It's all right.
You read the summary of the show, and you'll know if you like it or not. Because that's
or just buy
basically
the
how it is.
game. Just get
Or buy the
game.
second game, which is fucking amazing. Go buy that. That's great.
So I'm not caught up, but you guys could talk about Tales of Zestiria.
The X.
Second season.
Miles and me watched this morning
first.
together. You
I'll
go
go
for it,
first.
Miles.
Malevolence.
Malevolence.
All right. So Tails has been very weak this season. It's actually
Yes, it
becoming
has.
very, very stale compared to the first season.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of dialogue in this, and I mean, it's basically saying the whole thing over and over and over. When how Saray, wants to be a shepherd, he wants to try his very best to bring peace to the world, and talk about how he can defeat malevolence. Like he's repeating
Inside
the
his
same
heart.
thing over and over. And well, actually, this episode today, I'm not going to spoil it, but this episode today was actually very, very good. I thought there was a lot of buildup to it, and then once the finale of the episode came, I was like, okay, this is getting interesting. Okay. So hopefully the other episodes are going to be like this, but at the same time, I am very doubtful because usually when it comes to Tales of Zestiria, they end things like really quickly. They rush through things. It's and some of these scenes, actually the whole season, I think, of Tales of Zestiria season 2 has actually just been
It's been really
very
slow.
different compared to the game.
Oh, malevolence in my heart.
But yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
It's just been stale. It's okay, but it's been stale.
Yeah. There's,
No, like
I
Dark
don't know.
Hollow. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Dark Hollow says it best. He goes, he's playing through Berseria at the moment, but he likes how they did the story, like what they did. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that they are going like exactly off what the story is, because at this point they really can't. Because of last season, they really made it so the deviation's already set. All the deviations from the game are kind of set in place now. But it's not that it's going in a bad direction. It's just going in a very slow direction. Like, you need to speed it up a little bit.
It's just
Speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, like they're rehashing these things from season 1 that we already know. Like we know what the fuck malevolence is. We know it's everywhere. We know like what Soray's trying to do as the shepherd. Like they don't have to keep talking about that and dragging the scenes
and his
on.
struggles as a shepherd, mind you. That's also another thing they talk about every time.
Like, I don't know. It seems like it's going somewhere now, so I guess that's a good thing. But like, it has started off slow. This newest episode today though was good. So yeah.
It's a lot better.
I'm happy they didn't do no random Berseria shit either. That would have pissed me off like it did with season 1. Because it was just like we got like what 3 or 4 episodes, and then there was
that's gonna happen though.
And then there were the 2 Berseria episodes, and then we were like, oh, back to Tails. Like,
It's gonna happen though. You
it's
saw
not.
it. Yeah, it is, because they have her character. They have Velvet in the opening, which means that they're gonna throw her into this.
If the first season they do it, it's most likely gonna be. In the second.
but I'm pretty sure like because originally remember Tails. No, originally Tails was supposed to be 24 episodes.
Right.
It was supposed to be just one thing, but they split it up. So maybe like that was already set in stone, because I'm pretty sure they would have already had the Berseria stuff.
No, it's gonna come because Berseria came in episode 7
the games
first season.
No, but the game was already out.
Dude, I'm telling you right now,
the game's out. The game's out already.
You want to listen? It's a
the game's out in America.
it's a prequel still to the story.
If you throw Berseria in here, I'll just stop watching this.
They are gonna do it, and you could see it from the intro, because they show her in the intro again. They're gonna do it. Trust me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen probably like episode 8 or 9 or something like that, but it'll happen.
Yeah, I think it's stupid. They should have just put it off to the side as like a fucking OVA or something.
No, I agree with you. It's stupid how they did it. I'm just saying, but it's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, it wasn't
like
the best
people are
idea
gonna
to do that.
People are gonna buy the like Blu-ray for Tales, and there's gonna be fucking just random episodes of just something else in there. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? I thought I was watching Tales of Zestiria."
No, you're watching Tales of Berseria, Taylor. What?
But yeah, it was stupid how they done it. but the serious stuff was pretty enjoyable to watch, though. So just make an anime out of that, please.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was just badly
out of
timed.
nowhere.
Yeah, OVA would have been better.
Damn. Did you see what Animal Lover
Tails.
said?
What?
Mem, you thought Handshakers was going to be anime of this season. Stop theory crafting.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I judged Handshakers from the preview.
Which is what you do with Kimi no Na wa.
And I will never do that again.
Just being honest.
What?
I would say, just being honest, you still haven't
Dude.
seen Kimi no Na wa, and you talk about how great it is.
I've liked every Shinkai movie.
I'm not saying you don't.
I
just
liked
saying you haven't
Voices
watched it
of
yet,
a
though.
Distant Star. You guys
I know
watched
you
that,
did.
right? You
we
guys
watched it
watched
with
that,
you,
right?
remember that? We
Yeah.
watched it with you.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
I'm just being honest, though. You haven't watched it yet.
Supposedly, Kimi no Na wa is a more supernatural take on, like it's a more supernatural
Listen,
5 centimeters
you're missing
per
the point of
second.
this.
That
I'm not
right
saying
there, I know.
You still haven't watched it
I'm
yet.
gonna like it.
You still haven't watched it. I'm not saying you're
Alright.
not gonna like it. I'm just saying you haven't watched it yet, though.
I said that Handshakers could be anime of the year or a potential anime of the year if it was like, you know, done right. And I judged all that from the preview. I was like, from the preview, this looks like it could be one of the best anime of 2017.
Now it's just your favorite of the season.
No, it's not at all.
So it's okay, Nate.
You're watching
Anyway,
One Piece. Just let
should we
that
move
sink
on?
in.
Right.
Even more.
One Piece again, huh? Sorry. Animal Largo's left my ass out. You've seen it.
At least fucking the main characters and Handshakers have a real weapon like a sword and not fucking rubber arms. I'm gonna slap you with my rubber arms.
Just watch real anime, man.
I'm gonna slap you with my rubber arms.
Just watch real anime.
My rubber arms.
Just watch real anime.
My rubber.
Animal Lover's roasted you right now.
My rubber arms. Rubber arms.
You're getting roasted, dude.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Stop.
Remember, he's getting roasted in the chat.
I'm not getting roasted. I know I'm gonna
You
like
are.
Kimi no Na wa. How am I acting like I've seen it though? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying-
are. You
Yeah,
are.
you
You
do,
do,
man.
You do.
Oh,
How am
God.
I?
You do.
How? I don't
'Cause
get
you-
how. Did you not just hear what I said?
No, not right now, but on like Twitter.
No,
everything
I
else, you really did,
said-
man.
Dude, no. Whenever there's an announcement that Kimi no Na wa is like breaking all these records, I'm like, yo, that's awesome. Like that's great for Shinkai and for the movie. Like I'm not saying like, oh, the movie was good. It was so good because I haven't saw it. I'm saying from what people have been saying that it's like more supernatural 5 centimeters per second, that I think I'm really going to like it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not acting like I've
Good.
saw the film
Good.
at
Listen.
all.
Nate,
So
take
it
a
sucks.
Take a deep breath and relax.
Damn.
All
Alright. Skipping over Gintama because none of us
Oh,
are
that
watching
shit's
it.
annoying, dude. You're watching One Piece. Just let that sink in.
Why
I'm
do you
watching
keep
One
bringing
Piece.
that up, dude? Like, just
One
what?
That's
Piece.
happened.
I
I'm
haven't
not
even
watching
seen that either, so you can't comment on that
One
either.
Damn.
Piece. Rubber arms.
It's because he's still theory crafting,
Fucking
dude.
pirates with noses that poke you through the screen.
Like Animal Lover said,
That's
he's
only
theory
Usopp,
crafting.
Memo.
He's gonna become a theorist
I'm not,
YouTuber,
I never was theory crafting
even as a
either.
Dolan already.
Like, why are people saying
He's
this?
a
Like,
Oh, God.
I never acted like I saw the film. I never theory crafted about anything. Like what?
Dolan and
Like,
robot
what the
voice.
fuck are you saying?
I won't lie though. I just think that was funny.
Right, so that's the end of
Rubber
this podcast.
arms.
I'm just kidding. Can we move on, please?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
we stop bringing
Skip
up One Piece and all
Gintama,
that?
the most overhyped piece of shit
Yeah.
ever. Next.
Triggered. Everyone's just been triggered.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Blake-
so we're skipping over that because none of us are watching Gintama. We're skipping over Ra, whatever the crap that is. Next up, ACCA Snooze Fest. That's it. Next up, we have.
What?
Oh wait, who's
Dude, I'm
actually watching
serious.
that though?
Oh,
Me?
Nate just timed out Animal
really?
Lover.
Animal. Oh.
Oh, what? Wow, dude.
Why?
Damn.
What? Dude, she wasn't saying it that bad, man. Wow.
Oh, damn.
Anyways.
Animal Lover was like, at least he's watching something.
Damn. Okay. Anyways.
What you mean I'm salty today? What? I've hardly said anything.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. ACCA is boring as crap. People are like, the series seems like it's going somewhere, but I can't say that because I'm falling asleep during the episode. So how am I supposed to be like, oh, this is going somewhere?
Yeah, it's going somewhere
Don't
into the
care.
shitter.
I mean, I agree with Travis. The first episode was like, oh, nothing happened. The second episode, it was all right. It wasn't really that great, but it did kind of end on something where apparently this dude has been watching the main character secretly for like 30 years or something like that, and it does seem like something is going to happen, like corruption's like going to be in the facility that they are working at. So right. I haven't watched this week's episode, but I have heard that it's building up to something. But I mean, there's probably not going to be a lot of people watching this because it's mainly, just dialogue and really, it doesn't really, go anywhere from here on out, but it might get better. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's better. It'll be better to watch dubbed.
Probably.
Or not.
That's why I'm gonna watch. That's why I'm gonna watch the dub of it.
Yeah, just don't watch it at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to like it. A lot of people don't seem to like it. It's just boring as crap.
What the fuck was that?
What was what?
But yeah, kind of another weak show by Madhouse.
Did anybody hear that?
Yeah, Blade said rubber arms. That's it. That's all he said.
Rubber arms.
Yeah. ACCA snooze fest.
You okay?
You're just busy gargling on that semen.
Oh.
Damn.
Wait, how did Blake get in here?
What?
Wait, Blake said that?
Blake. That was me that said rubber arms. I went rubber arms.
I thought Trav said Blake.
I said Blade.
Oh, it sounded like you said Blake. I was like, how the fuck did Blake get in here?
Well, he just joined and said rubber arms and left or something.
Yeah, but you could see. Being honest with you, you could see Blake doing something like that. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but he can't join. Yeah. So that's ACCA.
Damn.
It's whatever. If you like it, you like it.
I think these types of shows are better to watch dub though, like Gangsta, like
shit shows,
like Bakano, like they're shows of like
just completely one-sided view. Like
yeah, dub sucks. So don't watch it in dub. Anyway, rewrite. Probably skip over that.
Yeah,
it's the second season's a lot better. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's better, but I'm not getting
it's a lot better.
Through the
it's like
snooze fest of the first season. So
it's a lot. It's a lot better.
I don't care if it's a lot better, to be honest, because I can't get through the first season. Impossible. Dude, would you stop saying that? Jesus Christ. What is up
like 15 times, dude.
Flipping mental. Flipping mental.
Thank you, Miles.
All right. So welcome to the new podcast. We're making a one-piece podcast of rubber arms. That's what it's called, the Rubber Arms podcast, because apparently we can't stop talking about it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, next up, Chain Chronicle. The movie versions, like the first movie's out. I'm watching TV series with Memory and Blake. I don't know if Memory's watched the newest episode because I haven't yet. But yeah, pretty good in my opinion. I like Chain Chronicle. I think it's enjoyable.
The movie version sucks.
I've seen the first. I've seen the first 4 episodes, which is basically the movie.
The first movie,
right?
Because they were releasing them. Like they released them all in one sitting necessarily.
They did that with the recent ones too. 5 to 8. They released in one sitting too.
Oh, they released those two too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I already watched the first 4 episodes, so I might as well watch the rest. So I'm not really watching the TV series, but what they showed in the movie, like it was. I'm sorry, but I did not like it at all.
Well, as someone just said in the chat, to confuse it, Kuroke said this. The thing with Chain Chronicles, and I said why I hate it so much, is the fact that it's based off of an actual mobile game. And I played the mobile game, so I understand where the characters are coming from and all that. But if you've never played the mobile game, you don't know what the hell is going on because they don't explain it. They
introduce like 20 characters in the movie without a proper introduction or backstory.
The game actually introduces the characters individually. Like you meet.
I'm not
every single one
finding
of those
that
characters.
Confusing, to be honest. I'm just enjoying it. I think that Aram, I think his name is, character's badass.
Yeah,
I will
They're
say
actually
that
using
arm is pretty
CG with a lot of the fights, and the CG is really good.
Bro, the
Yeah.
animation's solid for
For
the
the
show. I'll say that
fights.
right now. I love the animation.
Yeah, very solid start so far. Probably one of my favorites this season, because this season's kind of weak, but probably one of my favorites this season. Honestly, I like it a lot.
Oh, you can't even play the game apparently.
Yeah.
According to Kaga, she says that they took the game servers down. That sucks. Now you can't even understand the story even more if you want to understand the story. That's
Just look
terrible.
at the
Yeah.
gameplay.
The story's nothing too special.
It was like a side-scrolling RPG type thing. It was very simple, but
Yeah, it's fun though. I like it.
it's a mobile game. You know,
Yeah.
I don't ever expect mobile games to be anything that reinvent the wheel half the time. But it wasn't bad. It's just that I just don't like the way they did it. The movie, at least the movies. I'm not saying the TV series, but I know the movies and TV series are basically the same from what I hear. So,
right.
are you
Yeah,
gonna talk
so-
about Eld Live?
Chain
No.
Chronicle. All right. So next up, I don't know if Miles and Memory you want to speak
Show
about
us.
Showa for a little bit.
Now
Showa
this anime of the year contender. That's for sure.
This
Showa
season
has
is
been
weak,
amazing
mate.
so far.
Definitely a
What?
weak season. Nah, that Mac person said this season isn't weak, but it is, to be honest.
What'd you say, Miles?
Oh, I said Showa is amazing so far.
Yeah.
Like, it's
second
really
season's
good.
like second season like so far like through 4 episodes like I've enjoyed it than the first season honestly already. Like it's so good.
Yo,
And the newest episode, the
yo,
newest episode has to be like one of the single best episodes of an anime like I've ever watched.
dude.
Like honestly, it was that good. Like this for sure I can say 100% is like an anime of the year contender.
Oh yeah, Showa good. Showa great.
Showa good. Watch Showa. Watch Showa.
I mean,
Showa
give
good.
Showa a try if you haven't. A lot of people probably won't like it due to, its slow pacing and the whole Rakugo thing. But just give it a shot. Just give it a shot.
To be
Nate,
honest,
Nate, hold on a second. Nate, you have to apologize to Amber. She didn't mean to offend you, man. Everyone's okay now. Look.
I just needed a break.
to be honest,
I needed a break from her for a
Okay,
second.
well, everyone's good now.
Right.
Everyone's happy. No more rubber arm
yeah.
comments.
To be honest, a lot of I think the rest of the list is basically irrelevant to us, really. I'll say something about Old Life really quick. I really wanted to like it because it was made by the same person who done Reborn. But thank you, Studio
Weird
Clown.
first episode for
Serious,
I'll say that right now.
series up, because you ruin everything. But yeah, I heard the manga wasn't even that good either. So it's whatever. Nowhere near Reborn level, obviously. But yeah, I'm probably not going to continue it unless it gets a little bit better
I dropped it.
from what I hear.
So did I. First
yeah.
episode I dropped.
Main character looks exactly like Suna. So yeah. Anyway,
The
just
big-
thought I'd say that.
The other anime, all the others are.
And Onihei, is that what you were gonna
Yeah.
say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honey.
Good first episode in my opinion. Haven't continued watching it yet, but I'm gonna continue watching that soon because I enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first episode too. The second episode was kind of weird though because I don't know if these are going to be episodic episodes, but the second episode was definitely like completely different from the first. But I guess maybe they're just showing that certain time period just to basically show what's happening in the present. Like in other words, the first episode of Onihei. I think that's what they're doing. But I haven't watched the third. I think the third is out. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah,
I might get
probably
around
is.
to it. But Onihei, so far, it's all right. I mean, I like historical samurai anime, so I might continue watching it.
That by the way, that Rikenzan Ichi no it just came out today or yesterday, I think. Or no, today. Came out
Oh,
today.
that's by that Chinese place, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, but I know that just came out today, so we can't really talk about that even if we want to. So just say that right now.
But yeah, everything else pretty irrelevant.
Yeah,
Not even
kinda.
gonna name the second season of
Yakuza
something we've seen.
Great. No, please
But
don't.
yeah, not gonna mention that. So yeah, that's basically it. I think we're done now, right?
Yeah, I
think
mean, like
that's everything.
Mark comes like Alliance still amazing. But everything else. That's
All Out,
continuing,
Yeah.
kinda-
fantastic.
there you go.
Watch All Out, please. Please.
Yeah, please watch All Out, dude.
So
I am.
underrated.
I'm
Such a
good.
great series.
good.
Also, watch some Rubber Arms while you're at it.
Yeah.
What's
Alright,
not
This
sorry, I had
podcast
to.
is sponsored by Rubber Arms.
I had to.
Anyway.
But March Comes in Like a Lion is great. Still, I like how the second half of it's focusing like more on the matches themselves. All Out is great, and the training arc's about to start. I like how they've been working with the characters, and it looks like it's about to go in with the training arc, and then whatever happens after that. And then Gundam is just completely wrecking my soul.
It's true. Like every day you've been talking about Gundam, you've been saying like, "Oh my god, I'm so depressed now."
Yeah, because they're just doing these things that make me sad.
Oh, yeah, Doc. Some of us have watched Grand Blue Fantasy, the 2 episodes. But we're not going to talk about Grand Blue Fantasy that came out because obviously the full thing's airing next season. So we'll talk about that next season.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah, we're pretty much done, I think.
All right.
So, thanks for coming along, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this cast.
No, we're not watching Super Lovers. No one.
Make sure to
we
check
should
out...
say our 3 favorite things so far.
Oh yeah, 3 favorite things so far.
Are we counting stuff that carried over into this?
No. Let's say new stuff like the stuff that just came out this season. I'll go first because I know it. Interviews with Monster Girls. Oh shit. I wish I had the thing open. Now I forgot the fucking one that's what the names are. You know what? Never mind. Skip me. Let me go reopen.
All right, I'll go first. Number 1, Handshakers. No, I'm kidding.
Theory crafting.
That's the end of the podcast.
Number 1, Showa. Definitely Showa season 2.
Wait, but that's continuing.
No, but it's new for this season. Like,
it's the second season. It's fine.
I meant like carrying over from the fall.
Like non-Baka stuff or all.
Like All Out, Iron Blooded Orphans, March Comes. Like they all carried into. Right. Showa season 2 would be my number 1. My number 2 is probably Kuzu no Hankai, and then tied for 3rd, I'll say, is like Little Witch and Konosuba.
All right, for me now, I'm ready to go. Interviews with Monster Girls is probably my first one, guys. Truth. Scum's Wish is 2nd place, and excuse me, couldn't talk for a second. And Konosuba is in 3rd.
Mine would have to be. Mine would have to be.
I haven't watched Little Witch yet.
What is yours?
Mine would have to be Konosuba, Little Witch, and Kuzu no Hankai.
No Showa? Wow, man.
Well, okay. Well, I like Showa a lot. Well, I like it.
It's all right.
That's hard. It's either Showa, like I'm liking Little Witch, but Showa, like the greatness.
Yeah.
I guess Showa. That's kind of hard for me to decide, but yeah, probably Showa. I guess. Showa, Konosuba, and then Kuzu no Hankai.
I think we have like the same top 4 then, just in a different order.
I'd say Little Witch, Interview with Monster Girls, and
Nice.
probably a tie between like Scum's Wish and Konosuba.
Yeah, I was very close. I was very close with that. Very close.
Mine is Harry Potter. Little Witch Academia. Then.
Oh, he's watching nothing else. That's it.
No, I'm watching a lot. It's just like hard to... Probably Chain Chronicles 2nd. I'm enjoying that quite a lot. And probably Masamune 3rd, I guess. Or maybe Scum's Wish, one of those 2. So yeah. Thanks for watching the cast, everybody.
Did everyone
Make sure to check out the links
in the
description. And we will see you in the next cast.
Make sure to go to our apparel page.
Ask me questions on my Q&A video. That'd be nice.
Rubber Arms.
Make sure to
check out our sponsor, Rubber Arms. And yeah, adios.
And Barnes and Nobles.
Makoto Shikai.
Oh!